Hey, what's up guys? This is Cole with CJC Off Road. We have something super exciting to share with you guys today. Now, if you've been following this channel for a long time, well, you guys were probably wondering, why did we sell our previous second gen shop truck? That was my dream truck. I sought that truck out of state and I enjoyed it. It was very nice. But as a lifetime second gen nerd, I am excited to say that we have found yet another second gen build for CJC Off Road. This truck here is a 2002 Ram 2500. It only has 41,000 original miles, which is absolutely insane, something we've really never seen. And as somebody who is very passionate about these trucks, this truck has a lot of unique options. Being that is a 2002, this truck actually has a disc brake rear end, only found in 2001, 2002 trucks. It also has a non-central axle disconnect front axle, something we've actually never seen come through our shop before. So it was super exciting seeing that in person. This truck also has a lot of other unique features. The gray paint on the exterior with the two-tone. I've actually never seen a truck with this combination before, but as soon as I saw the pictures, I fell in love with it. It is an absolutely beautiful truck. It is completely original paint. And if you look on the underside of this truck, it has all the original wax markings from the factory. This truck has been preserved as a really unique time capsule and a really cool period piece as far as second gens are concerned. So as you can imagine, being in love with these trucks, for me, over the years, this is the nicest one of these trucks I've ever seen in person. I can't even believe I'm calling this truck my own. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. So as I mentioned before, this is all original paint. Again, I don't think I've ever seen this color combination on these trucks. And being a gray truck fan, I was in love as soon as I saw it. All original panels. This has all the VIN markings on the windows, on the inside of the doors. Back then, that was a popular thing to do with, as far as anti-theft, which is further evidence on our part to show that this truck is all original in terms of paint. Original front rear bumpers, undamaged. These non-sport front bumpers for these second gens are becoming increasingly more difficult to find in original condition. You'll notice if you see an aftermarket bumper on these trucks, the front part of it always pops up. Not so in the case of this bumper. Really cool to see once again. These are original factory tow mirrors as spec'd. When we looked over the original window sticker, these are not aftermarket mirrors. In 2002, Mopar did give an option to include tow mirrors on these trucks. They're non-power tow mirrors, but still, as someone who admires the originality of these trucks, that was a really cool feature to find here. Speaking of things that only second-gen nerds will appreciate, again, non-central axle disconnect front axle. Even early 2002 trucks had the central axle disconnect. All the second gens, for the most part, had this feature from the factory. That is how they engage in a four-wheel drive using a vacuum system. This truck does not have that. It's actually more similar to a third gen in how it engages into four-wheel drive. Quick shift to the transfer case, and the truck is actually in four-wheel drive without having to use a vacuum system. This is very odd to see in these trucks. Again, rear disc brakes. Early 2001 trucks still had drum brakes. Late 2001 and 2002 trucks had the disc brakes like this. I've actually never had one of these trucks with disc brakes, so I'm super excited about that feature in particular. And again, just looking over the underside of this truck, everything's original, nothing's been replaced. And now, obviously at CJC Off Road, you guys know we like to modify these trucks, so we're going to do our best to kind of keep the spirit of originality in this truck while kind of upgrading the various options on this truck with the modern aftermarket options are available for these. Turning to the interior, this truck has some very cool options I was excited to see on this truck in particular. One being the Infinity sound system. So on these second gen trucks, there was an option to get the Infinity sound system. It added 2 tweeters at the A-pillars, as well as steering controls on the steering wheel. So even though this is an older second gen truck, it has steering wheel controls. Super cool to see this. This is actually the first truck I've had with these options as a second gen, so very excited about that. Looking throughout the rest of the interior, it is as flawless as I could ever expect a truck of this year to be. Seats have no rips or holes of any kind, really no deformation. The cushions are actually solid on the front driver's seat, which is really cool. Interior is not sun faded as far as the plastics go. Original owner kept a dash cover over the factory dashboard, which I was super excited to see when I went to find this truck. So, again, overall, this has everything me as a second gen nerd could possibly wish for on one of these trucks. And I cannot wait to share with you guys the various steps of this build as we go out throughout, the upcoming features we're going to do on this truck. Again, as someone who admires these trucks, I am just so excited to have found this one. If you are new to the CJC Off Road channel, we do a lot of work modifying these trucks and showcasing the various aftermarket options to improve how these trucks drive. So if you're new to it, feel free to subscribe, as we have a lot more build content coming on this truck in particular. So thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it and hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. Thanks.